Hola from the West Side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys. Ooh, 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 Hola from the West Side. Happy Monday, y'all. Hey, happy Monday, Uppity Unicorn. And for those of you who are Amazon Prime members, happy Prime Days today and tomorrow. Shouts out to my sis Uppity Unicorn for the video that she put out today explaining the Prime process to those of you who aren't part of it and would like to be a part of it so that you can share in these Prime Days. I've already gotten one thing on my Prime list, and it was just something that was an extra part of Father's Day things for my man. And it came like the middle of the afternoon today. It came today, same day. That was kind of cool. So we'll see what happens with, I guess I'm going to look online when I finish and see if there's anything else. You have until tomorrow if you're going to be doing Prime Days. And I also want to thank everybody who went through and looked at and liked the latest upload of the RT Autism Mom vlog 70. Today's vlog is in regards to art therapy. And although I'm talking about art therapy specifically in this video as to how it, would benefit individuals on the spectrum, in all reality, art therapy is something that would be good for everybody. You guys, hold on one second. I gotta hold on one second. All right, back. Sorry, you guys. So, I don't even know what I was saying. Just went straight out of my head. What I was saying is that, whatever it was went out of my head. I'll have to come back to it. Came back and went away again. I guess that's one of the things about being an older woman. Oh, I was talking about the art therapy. See, it came back, y'all. Art therapy is something that is really good for everyone, but I really wanted to talk about the benefits of it for individuals on the autism spectrum. And although when people think about art therapy, people usually think about things like painting and drawing. They don't think about visual art or dance, which, are also creative things. But in the visual arts, there is a young man, I think he's probably in his 30s by now, who is on the spectrum over in the UK, who is in the visual arts. I mean, he can he has like a photographic memory of what he sees, and then he's able to put that in detail onto to produce his art. I mean, very detailed piece. I can't think of his name. When it does come to me, I'll post something about him on my community tab. But then also you have people like the young man who won America's Got Talent a couple of years, Cody Lee, who thrives in music. I mean, music basically is how he was able to communicate, and basically allowed him to communicate. He's blind and has autism. But I'm telling you, but I really hope that information helps people. And in dealing with the art therapy, I think art therapy is not only good for people with autism, it is good for everyone, because it helps with certain types of anxieties, and it also is something that helps people who are going through rehabilitation, because it helps with fine motor skills. And a lot of times it's not about how good you are at doing the art, but it's just the ability to be able to create things in your mind. Because even though we look at a lot of people on the autism spectrum as being visual thinkers, in reality, a lot of us are visual thinkers. And so the art therapy is really a way to help, awaken that. So I hope that, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, please do. And if you are on the replay gang of this, please like, share, and subscribe, and please smash that button. It doesn't cost you anything to smash the like button, and it really, really helps me in the algorithm. So I'm trying to keep myself in this algorithm. Now, this weekend was a very historic weekend, because this was the first year that we celebrated Juneteenth as a national holiday, being acknowledged by all. Now, I know that there are various, feelings in regards to the celebration of Juneteenth, but for those of us within the diaspora here in the United States, it's significant because of the fact that it is an acknowledgement of the 400 plus years of slavery. There were celebrations, I know, like all over the country. Here locally, my sister and I were able to enjoy some good old barbecue from a Black-owned business that was had all of their barbecue 50% off. I think I mentioned on Friday that they actually just gave away all their barbecue, gave away food last year, but this year, since we are, coming out of, the lockdown here on the west side, so to speak, they had it open up. They've already started doing a lot of other things that they were doing there. One of the things that I am noticing is that concerts are starting to pop up. There is a concert later on, I think next month or something, with songbird Denise Williams. And I'm hearing about some of the country artists, some of the pop artists and everything, because you know, venues are opening up. Now, what my understanding is that if you're going to indoor events with 5,000 people or more, then you will have to either wear a mask or you have to validate that you are fully vaccinated. And I believe it's 10 for outdoor events. It's if they're over 10,000 people. It's kind of crazy. So if it's 10,000 people or less at an outdoor event, then, and I think this is just for California. I could be wrong. This could be this. I believe this may be the CDC standards, but I don't know. I know this is the standards here. So, but I do know that there's going to be some events that are going to start to be popping up. Hey, Couture Bay, I know you in your bed listening. I appreciate you coming through, sis. But I think it's going to be interesting. This upcoming weekend, there's going to be a opening event to allow people to go visit the new SoFi Stadium that the Rams and Chargers are going to be at. It's like a huge event that's going to be happening this weekend. I may go by it. But if I do go by it, I will definitely, even though, it's outside, I'm going to probably have on my mask around folk. I just had to be real about it. But I'm excited about it because it's free. So, and I may even vlog some there so I can, put that on my channel, because that'll be kind of exciting. Because literally although the teams started playing in the stadium in the 2020 season, 2021 will be the first season that they'll be able to have fans in this brand new stadium. Crazy. And then, what do y'all think about the fact that the dynamics of who's going to actually make it to the finals in the NBA has just completely convoluted and exploded? I'm like, who would have thought Brooklyn would be gone? Who would have thought they'd be gone? And who would have thought that the Los Angeles Clippers would still be in it? In other words, if they're in the finals for the West. Nobody expected them to get past Utah, and yet they did. And personally, I'm a Laker fan, but I want the Clippers. I would love to see the Clippers go to the finals, and win, because they've never had a championship. They've always been in the shadow of the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Lakers won last year. Wouldn't it be nice for the Clippers to win this year, their very first championship? But let's think about this. Brooklyn put together like a power team, like the Miami Heat did when Dwayne Wade and LeBron James were on the team. And it worked in Miami, but it didn't work for Brooklyn. They weren't able to get into the championship and win a championship with that team, at least not in year one. But part of it, you guys, is really, in my opinion, the fact that the teams really did not take, I think, enough of a break between when the last season for the NBA ended and when this season began. And I know that last season was delayed and it was shortened and all of that, but bodies still need time to heal. And because of that, you had players that are still getting injured all the way into the playoffs and in the final. We're almost at the finals. And you've had players still getting injured. But the NBA wants their money, because they didn't get no money. They really lost money last season because nobody could go to the games. They were in a bubble. Okay. So this season, those owners and those franchises are trying to get all the money they can. I mean, like half of the season, they weren't able to have anybody in there, but now we're in the finals and just about every game, pretty much, full. It looks so weird though, because it's been so long. But again, I still think that what we went through last year is the reason why these teams, the teams that everybody probably thought was going to make it to the finals, they ain't do it. It ain't happen. So now we're sitting here wondering, is it going to be the Clippers or is it going to be Phoenix from the West? And is it going to be Atlanta? Or who are they playing? Are they playing the Sixers? I forget who they're playing. We'll see. This is going to be a very interesting finals for the NBA because, whoever gets there, I don't think are going to be the teams that people expected to get there. I don't think so. I know nobody expected the Clippers to make it to the Western Finals, even though they've done that before. They just have never made it to the big game. They've never done it. I know you twisting your hair down. Yeah, girl. I understand. My hair stays in these singleties. It's going to be in these singleties twists for a few more weeks, though, before I decide if I'm going to change it. I'm just trying to let my hair just, do what it wants to do up in these singleties twists for the moment. Now, tomorrow, you guys, I do have another video coming out. I've been working because I didn't work today, so I actually was able to get one video, the RC Autism Mom, up and out, and I was able to schedule another one for tomorrow because it's done, and I'm working on the third one, which is the Coffee Talk series. So hopefully I'll have that one done by Wednesday or Thursday at the latest because I go back to work tomorrow. So we shall see. But today I was able to kind of, devote a little bit of time to some of it. But tomorrow's video is going to be a spoken word that I literally wrote between yesterday and today. And it's called Black Fathers. Hey, Ebo. Yep, I got to go back to work tomorrow. I had a nice 3-day weekend. It was nice to have a 3-day weekend. I'll be trying to take my paid time off so that I don't lose it. But yeah, the spoken word tomorrow. It's gonna come up at 8 a.m. West Coast time, which is 11 on the East Coast. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you coming through. Let me do something, Mr. Evo. Much respect to you, brother. Happy belated Father's Day. I hope you had a great Father's Day yesterday, Evo. But the spoken word tomorrow is going to be, it's called Black Fathers. And it's how I feel and how I think a lot of us feel. It's uplifting. So, it'll be out at 8 a.m. West Coast time, which means it'll be up at 11 East Coast time. It's already out there. It's just scheduled to drop at that time. So I'm trying to get it together. I hope you like it, Eva. Because it's really, just talking about, I think a lot of people forget how important the Black father is, because they're so busy trying to destroy the Black family. So I hope that it uplifts, those who are fathers out there, whether your kids are still growing up or whether they're grown, because there's one thing I know: you never stop being a parent. And even when you think your kids don't need you, they still need you. They still need you. Even when you are dead and gone, your kids are going to still need you. You're just not going to be there for them. There's no such thing as a child who doesn't need a father. Just like they need a mother, they need a father. And, there's so much downplaying. I know that there are a lot of men, who don't take care of their kids, aren't around their kids, don't want their kids. I'm not talking about them because, see, they're not fathers. Okay? So I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about the men who are fathers, the ones that they think don't exist. There's so many people saying negative things about Black men and their being fathers. I decided I wanted to put a little positive out there from a woman's point of view. Oh, you're welcome, Evo. I'm glad that that you caught me live, because I know I'm on late. But yesterday my dad is in another part of the country, but I was able to talk to him, and I sent him an edible arrangement that thankfully got there first thing in the morning. So it was like fruits and stuff, and they were able to have it with breakfast, him and his wife. So I was really glad that got there. My dad FaceTimes with me yesterday, showed me his beautiful pool. God, I don't know if I could get there before the summer's over. That would be nice, so I could jump in that pool. But he had a great weekend. Heard from all his kids, heard from all his grandkids. And, y'all, he went back to work today. He didn't even take an extra day off. But I love the fact that my dad has that type of work ethic. I wish that he would retire, since he's like, in his 80s. But y'all know doctors never really, a lot of doctors don't retire. And my dad is in excellent health. Excellent health. I mean, he's had a couple of little hiccups, but the little hiccups he had had to do with things that he wasn't doing that he should be doing, like drinking freaking water. Let me say that again. Drink water. My nephew has that same issue. It seems to run through the men in our family, except for my son. My son drinks water like it's going out of style, like there's a shortage of water. And sometimes I think that it may be because he has autism, and that for whatever reason he seems to need more H2O because of the oxygen that's in the water. I don't know, but I've heard from other people who have kids on the spectrum that water is a thing. So it must be a thing. You are very welcome for the wrench, Evo. So I don't know, you guys, what's going to happen with this basketball playoffs this year. This is on some other ish. The people who you think were gonna make it, didn't nobody make it. I really hope the Clippers make it. I mean, I think we're on game 2. They lost game 1. I don't know. I don't know if they play game 2 tonight or not. I think they may have had a break tonight, and the next game is tomorrow. Yeah, water is so crucial. Now, I mean, I drink water. Have to, Water is what helps the blood to flow, y'all. If you drink a lot of water, now obviously you can drink too much water, but you know what I mean. If you're drinking enough water for your body, you should have very good flowing blood. No joke. And then you can also, have an occasional glass of red wine. That helps with the iron. That helps with the iron. But it's going to be interesting, you guys, now that everything is really, really opening up. And you've got states like California and some other states that are going to be doing these digital, the digital vaccination cards and everything. And you have places that are going to be asking people to provide their vaccination cards. There are businesses that are like, if you, no card, no service. They won't let you come in if you don't have a card. There's this, I saw it on the news today. There's a shop that is in Orange County, and they sell a lot of designer stuff, like designer glasses, designer purses, all that kind of stuff, the Gucci, that kind of stuff. Yeah, the owner of that shop is like, if that's what her standard's going to be. Everyone has to be vaccinated and has to show proof of vaccination in order to shop in her store. And she doesn't care if she loses some customers. I can't even blame her, though. I mean, I can't blame her for that. And it really is up to each business as to how they conduct things on a go forward basis. Because the reality is, whether you are vaccinated or are not vaccinated, nothing is 100%, proof, will keep you from catching it. There's nothing. None of them can say that. And I happen to know people who personally got, were fully vaccinated and still got it. And one got the real bad kind. Again, So I really think that if I were other people, I would continue to do as much social distancing as I could around people who are not, within my family, and wear masks in large crowds until you feel comfortable. And there's a lot of people who couldn't wait to ditch the mask. And then there's other people, not so much. Not so much. But I'm sticking my toe in the pool right now. That's all. I'm not gonna do no cannonball in. Not yet. I'm gonna stick my toe in, and just see. But for me, see, I work from home, y'all. But I'm the only one in my house that works from home. Everybody else is about to get, is out there, and so I can just only, I hope that everyone within my home continues, keep ourselves safe. That's all we can do. But they are seriously pushing people to get vaccinated. And I know that I was wondering about the athletes that are going over to Japan for the Olympics. And it appears that the most of them are going to go ahead and get the vaccine. What I hope is that they don't do some little stupid-ish and try to say anything that's in this vaccine, will do anything, to enhance anybody, or that anything in it is on the list of things that people can't have in their systems. And I also hope, that as all of these athletes are getting the vaccine, that there's no kind of ill effects, so that leads me to wonder, are they going to just wondering, because if they're getting a 2-shot one, then that would mean that they already have, right by now, they need to have already gotten their first shot. They should be getting their first shot now. You know what I mean? Because the Olympics, I believe, are the last week of July, first week of August. That's when they are, I believe. I'm really excited to see the women's gymnastics team led by Simone Biles. Y'all do know that the women's gymnastics team is melanated. Lovely melanated. Brown skin girls. And I think this is the first Olympics that they're going to have skateboarding in, you guys. And a couple of the skateboarders are brothers in that they are melanated. And I was a skateboarder when I was a kid, so I am really looking forward to seeing the stuff that they're doing. Because, I mean, the kind of tricks that they do on skateboards today, we weren't doing nothing like that in the 70s and 80s. Let me just say that. You know, we were just, you know, getting into the skateboards with the polyurethane, you know, tops and the polyurethane wheels. And we probably should have had on helmets and, you know, elbow pads and knee pads, but we didn't. You know, we didn't. We were just out there hoping and praying that we didn't kill ourselves. You know, but the kind of things that they're doing, like they're doing 360s and, you know, flips. Yeah. There's no way that they could do that kind of stuff and not have on a helmet, not have on knee pads, not have on elbow pads. So I think it's going to be interesting to see that in the Olympics. One sport that I am looking forward to, that I'm hoping will make it the Olympics eventually, is roller skating. Not inline, 8 wheels. Because I'm a skater. And there are some, y'all just have no idea. There's some stuff there's a lot of things, a lot of the things that you see them doing on ice skating, you can do a lot of those tricks and more on roller skates. On wood. And outside. So I'm hoping that maybe roller skating will become an Olympic sport at some point in the future, especially since skateboarding has made it to it. Snowboarding, all of these other, you know, sports. Roller skating, however, as we all know, is now primarily a melanated sport. It wasn't always that way, but for the most part, the best roller skaters are people of color. If you guys ever get a chance, I think it's on YouTube. There's a movie. Some of my friends were in this movie. I was not in it, thank God. But there is a movie called 8 Wheels. And it's about the roller skating culture. It's very, very prevalent even today. I mean, even today. Coming out of, you know, everything, you know, I've seen like tons and tons of roller skating videos, mask, no mask, whatever. But yeah, if you check out 8 Wheels, 8 Wheels kind of gives you a history of it. I mean, they have like a lot of the major roller skating rinks in there, including you know, West Coast ones, you know, that were around previously and that are around now. I mean, World on Wheels is back, and I've said this before, the reason that World on Wheels was able to come back is because of people like the late Nipsey Hussle and Snoop. Hip hop brought skating back to LA. And the that particular skating rink is now Black owned. They've expanded it into other stuff. But if you just watch that, I think if you were ever a skater, even as a kid, you will enjoy it. Now, growing up back home in DC, the skating rink that I used to go to does no longer exist because they were shooting it up too much back in the day. But there was this skating rink called Calorama, and it was on Calorama Road in Northwest Washington, D.C. And when I was growing up, because I grew up on the East Coast, skating was a big thing during the winter months. In the summer, the skating rink was basically abandoned. First of all, because it would be hot as hell in there, because they didn't have no daggone air conditioning. And it's humid in DC. And the other skating rinks that did have air conditioning were outside of the city, and some of them didn't take too kindly to us coming to their skating rinks. If you get my drift. But the movie Eight Wheels really tells about the history of skating and how it became a part of Black American culture. Very educational movie, on one of the sports that was not originally ours that we basically took over. And just as a side note, ice skating, ice hockey was created by Black people in Nova Scotia. Former slaves created ice hockey. Ice hockey, the hockey that we all watch, is not a Caucasian sport. Although more of them ice skate, but they didn't create the sport of ice hockey. And I think somewhere, and shouts out to my man, because he's the one who gave me the information. But somewhere in the history of my community tab, I actually have a picture of those men who started it. So we don't think about that, And also on the swim team this year, you guys, there's a couple of sisters that I didn't see any Black guys swimming, but there are a couple of melanated women on the swim team, and they're young. It's a daggone shame that in this country, 60% of Black Americans do not know how to swim. We don't know how to swim. I know how to swim, but only 40% of us know how to swim. We got to do better. And people who make the joke about it being, having to do with the fact, that we were taken from our homeland. That's a bunch of BS. Learn how to swim. Okay? Because if you go over to the continent, they know how to swim. Okay? You don't have a huge portion of people on the continent of Africa that don't know how to swim. So we need to learn how to swim as a people. Okay, thanks, Evo, for coming through. I appreciate it, bro. I gotta get my son. I have to make a conscientious effort to get my son some swim lessons. So I'm gonna really have to look around for an agency that does swim lessons for individuals on the autism spectrum. We tried this when he was younger. It went really horribly, like meltdown city, like falling out, like bad, y'all. Bad. Okay. But we have to do it again. And I'm hoping that now that he's an adult, that it won't go so bad. And that, we can get him some lessons. But I'm telling you, we're going to need somebody, a big person. It can't be no little frail dude or frail chick. Because, it just can't be. Hey, Jack. Why learn to swim when one can download an app that will do the work for them? Please. Yeah, well, swimming is a safety issue. So I've known how to swim since I was a kid. And even though my son is on the spectrum, he still needs to learn how to swim. I think my phone died, y'all. 1 second. Let me go get my charger. My phone died. All right, y'all. We're close to the end. I thought my phone would last, but it did not. And I don't know if you guys know, but iPhones, if you let them die, it's probably by the time my phone comes back on, I'll be finished. I thought I had enough battery, I should, I got it plugged back in fast enough. It's coming back up, so. What would we do without having our chargers handy? Remember when everybody used to carry their phones in the Morphes? Just stick the phone in there so it's continuously charging, so you never lose a charge. But then we found out that wasn't a good thing. Now, you just have to make sure you don't let it get too low before you try to charge it. Let me see. Did my phone come back up? It did. Let me see if it lets me back into my YouTube. Because I know it kicked me out. All right, let me see if I can get back to my own channel. Ooh, my stuff is coming up in my recommendations and stuff. So I must not be. Some of my, some people are shadow banned right now. I don't think that I am. But some people are shadow banned. And that's kind of crazy. That's why I try to share people's videos out, that I support. Because it's just crazy how they shadow ban people. Like, they can put their video out, put put notifications that they're going to come on live hours before they come on live. And then people don't get the notifications until after they're live, like for 15, 20 minutes. Or they don't get it at all. I don't know. I know I'm going to have to really start to study the algorithm more to see what kind of hashtags I need to put and what kind of things I need to have in my titles to get people to come get information. You know, like even though a lot of the things that I'm talking about are for kids on the spectrum, or like art therapy is something that works for everyone. Music therapy is something that works for everyone. You know, these are things, you know, that kind of help the human mind. So yeah, I just gotta get, you know, I'm not even looking to have what people quote unquote call a viral video. I just want to be able to draw more people in to see my good content, because I know my content's good. But people won't know that if they can't find me. If they can't find me, I don't know, you guys. I'm about to get off of here. I know I'm getting off a little early, but I want to actually go put some ice on my ankle because my son with his size 13 left some shoes in the middle of the floor. And you know, I'm clumsy and I tripped over him and twisted my ankles. My ankle's kind of sore right now. And I'm just chilling here with y'all for a minute. But let me come on camera. And I'm gonna let the culprit be seen. He's here too. Yeah. This is Bigfoot, whose shoes I fell over. Like I fell over them, y'all. No kidding, I fell over. So I'm gonna go put some ice on my ankle. Say hi. Say hi. All right. All right. I'm gonna go put some ice on my ankle so that it's not sore tomorrow, and so I can walk. No problem. I'll see you guys. I will be back on live on Wednesday. I do have a spoken word, Black Fathers, that is going to be popping tomorrow morning. Take a look at it. Comes on 8 o'clock West Coast time, 11 o'clock East Coast time. And I'll be back on live on Wednesday. So in the meantime, I offer you guys peace and blessing from the West. So I know those lights. Let me see. Make it a little bit better. Yeah, now it looks kind of crazy. All right, you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.